Greetings, greetings. Welcome to our live. This is Natural of Natural's Tribe. Thank you so much for being the first one on our live. Please feel free if you'd like to introduce yourself. For those who will be coming in later, we ask that if you would hit the thumbs up button. It's just a way of showing some love and support. A little love offering that doesn't cost you anything. We'll allow a few people to come in. Our lives are normally every Monday at 4 unless we announce something different. Yes, welcome to our live. This one should be interesting. Relocating on an international level. Greetings and thank you for the thumbs up. I love when you guys come in and already know what to do. That's love. That's love. Tamil, greetings. Welcome to our live. Your name seems like a first time. Is this your first time visiting our live? I am from India. Your country, my country, is the lovely island of Grenada. We are the Eastern Caribbean. Thank you. So as you come in, people, if you would, just please give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to introduce yourself, feel free. It would be the right thing to do. My mother always said, when you enter a room, greet the people. So you can introduce your name, if you would. It looks like a lot of messages being retracted. Please don't come with the what's that stuff called, trolling and scrolling. Well, if you do, it's cool. If that's where you want your energy to go. Where are you from? Greetings. Sandip Sarkar. Am I pronouncing it right? Thank you. The island of Grenada. We're coming to you from the lovely island of Grenada. Hey, Green Bay. Respect and greetings, Queen. Love from Texas. I know that's right. What's the weather like in Texas, Green Bay? How do I donate? There is a super chat button right at the top. See that dollar sign? Just put your eyes up like that at the top of your screen. And you'll see a dollar sign. You tap on it, and I assume, I've never used them, so I assume you would have your card ready, and you just push the numbers and give us a gracious donation, and we appreciate you. Yes, wait a minute. Oh, this thing is going fast. Okay, hey, Luke John, welcome to our live. Megan Williams, hello, greetings, Megan. We're happy to have you. Sandip Sarkar. It's a tongue twister. I'm a stickler with pronouncing names properly. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. We're from the lovely island of Grenada. That's the Eastern Caribbean. Do you know us? Do you know the Caribbean islands? Find and Get Group. Welcome. I am from Tanzania. Hey, Tanzania. We love Africa, surely East Africa. You know, I used to live next door. I lived in Rwanda. Yeah, I lived in Rwanda, right next door. Well, close enough. So welcome. We're happy to have you. And so listen, today, our live is about, if you've seen the topic, It's about relocating, and it's a Q&A, question and answer. We got quite a few people in here, and we only had 4 thumbs up. Can we please? All I'm asking you to do is hit that thumb. See that thumb? Just hit it like that. Boop. You ain't got to do nothing else. Boop. Nothing like that. Boop. That's all. Real simple. Can we get that about? And I'll give y'all a few minutes. I'll give you a few minutes. It's a simple, small way to support the channel that doesn't cost you a dime. All I'm asking you to do is hit the thumbs up button. That's the like button. Introduce yourself if you like to, and we're happy you're here. So the topic is relocating on an international level. We're going to give a few more people an opportunity to come in. We've only been on a few minutes, so if you just bear with us, because you guys asked for this. I thought we spoke enough about it, but you guys asked about, my name is Natural, of course, for those of you hanging out with us for the first time. Looks like we got a couple first timers. Our channel is about anyone who's ever had a thought or inkling about leaving their country, in my case, United States of America, finding a new country, embracing it, everything that comes with it. Yeah, embracing it, making it your own, and everything that comes with it. That's what our channel is basically about. So I have lived in South Africa for a couple years, which was amazing. I've lived in Rwanda, and it was amazing, just as amazing. I lived on the island of Antigua and Barbuda. It was absolutely amazing. I lived on this island in this country twice before I became a dual citizen. So I'm a dual citizen here in Grenada. And we did spend some time in Virgin Islands, but that's U.S. territory. It was still its own little island, but it's still U.S. territory. And we lived there for a while. So we are currently writing our book, finally. And each country I've lived in will have its own chapter. So it should be a good read. I'm still in South Africa. Every time I think I'm finished, I end up running back. But I'm not going to run back. I'm going to just wait till it's time to edit and just add what I need to add, because I don't want to leave anything intricate out. So you guys, I've been living on an international level around the world for 19 years. 2006, and it's 2025. You do the math, somewhere around 1920. And you guys asked. Let me see, Green Bay said it's cold here. I feel sorry for you guys. You know, my body can't do the cold anymore, but if cold's your thing, a lot of people enjoy cold. Green Bay said it's cold, but we'll warm up in a few days. Ready for this Grenada weather. When you coming, Green Bay? You'll be here in a few days? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying it'll warm up in a few days in Texas? Come on in, don't be confusing me, because you get me excited. I'll be excited when y'all come alive, when my YouTube family comes alive, when my Facebook friends come alive. Sometimes y'all will be on the live. This has been my experience. Just like we're on this live now. And then I'll look up and somebody be saying Natural. And I'll be like, who are you? And they'll be saying, I was on your live. I'm like, you flew here? So a lot of my people fly here. And I'll be on the agenda. Be on the agenda to meet Natural. I'm telling you, I'm honored. I don't take any of that like that. I'm very humbled in that. So thank you guys. Since whatever it is, Green Bay, we're going to hope that you warm up real soon. And if it's Grenada, I look forward. I look forward to hanging out with you, breaking some bread, sitting on the beach, and all that good stuff under the palm trees. Okay, Megan Williams said, greetings, Megan. Yes, Empress, we're happy you're here, and we're glad you're here. Where are you from, Megan, if you don't mind me asking? Welcome. Sandip Sarkar, I am a Bengali. Wait a minute. I know Bengali. Where is Bengali? Because I've heard that before. Bengali. That's why my name is unique. Oh, your name is unique. You know, I have 3 names and I answer to all of them. Am I pronouncing it right? Sandip Sarkar. So my name is natural. If you look on my Facebook page, you'll see Mutesi. When I lived in Rwanda, they had a naming ceremony. So my name was given back to me. And which means one who is loved by many, Mutesi. And then you'll see, in parentheses, you'll see all of it on my Facebook page, Nokukanya Kumalo, which means light. And I'm honored. I answer to all 3 of them. So your name is definitely unique, Sandip Sarkar. Pat Roots. Hey, Pat Roots. St. Croix in the house. Yes. And I just said I lived in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Yes, I did. Pat Roots, is so nice to have you here. I just love the name, Pat Roots. Yes. St. Croix. Oh, God. The CSTAT was interesting. It was very interesting. I always tell people, had I had the business that I have now, my business will be 15 years in February. Had I had that business, I would have stayed. I probably would have stayed till I was ready to go, but I stayed longer. I say that. But I loved St. Croix. I built great community there. Everywhere I've lived, I've built great community. But so listen, I hope y'all got your questions ready. Pat Roots, we're happy you here. Thank you for that St. Croix energy. Yes. How was Fstead? I used to go down there every chance I got to go to this vegan spot that's set right there. Fstead, set right there by the park. Is it still there? Let me know that, Pat Roots, because I'm telling you, well, that vegan spot had me. They had every day I would get up and want to go to that vegan spot. I'd catch the bus, give me something to do. Yeah, I had a good time in St. Croix. I'm waiting for what is a Bengali. And I think I asked somebody else something else. It was Green Bay. You coming to Grenada soon, aren't you? So listen, I hope y'all got your questions ready because this is not my live. This is y'all's live. Can we get a few thumbs up? We got more people in the chat than we got the like button. Just hit the like button, please. I'll give y'all a few minutes. Boop. That's all you got to do. Boop. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. And cheers. Sea moss, beetroot, and watermelon. Cheers. I would drink that every day if I could. These watermelons are sweet, sweet. This is one sister here on island. She grew her own. She a serious farmer. I get one every day. Them things be $40. I don't even care though. About $6 a pound, and I always want like an 8-pounder. Oh man, it's worth it though. Okay, so I hope y'all got your questions. We got Jinky Alade. I hope I pronounced it right. Now, I'm trying to figure out what Jinky is saying because if this is saying nigga, if that is saying Niga misspelled and it's supposed to be, okay, let's remove you because I see we're gonna have a few assholes today. We ain't even gonna go there. We all know that nigga has nothing to do. Yes, it's offensive, but I don't know why you would call somebody else that because the true definition of nigga is asshole. It has nothing to do with the color of a person's skin. So you would be the nigga here. Let me get you out for good because I see now you probably don't even know what you just did, and I don't want to be ignorant or rude. Okay, Megan. Okay, did we get this asshole out of here? Excuse my language, people. Let me just make sure. Okay. All right. Let's take the asshole out. Excuse my language. Okay, Megan Williams. Um, Megan said, I and my animals moved into a van here in Arkansas. Really? And thinking of going more remote where there's no people. I like that. I like that. I mean, I still like people, but I only got, well, I don't only have one neighbor. It's just that everybody's so spaced so far apart. And I'm looking out the door now. I'm wrapped around all green. I love, okay, so you and your, you know what? The van life is a real thing. My sister was excited about van life. She transitioned and passed away. But had she lived, I believe she would have went for the van life. She was on her way. And yeah, she was into the van life. Now I love outside the tiny house that I live in now, which is my favorite of all time. I like container homes and I love mud homes. Mud cop homes. Most of those are in different parts of Africa. Some are a lot are in the UK. People are starting to do them in America, and some people starting to do them in the islands. But I love container. I love sustainable living. So I'm with the van life. How is that working for you, Megan? You and your dog. Oh no, you and your animals. How many animals do you have? Oh, that's nice. And think about going more remote. I wish you all the best. Would you do international out the state? Because this is why we're here today. And it's not, we want everybody to be here. And it's a beautiful thing to take any step toward moving towards a different lifestyle, especially with today's world. I ain't even want to say economy. It's just the way of the world. The world. So Megan, look, I wish you all the best. How is van life working for you? And I met one sister from Arkansas when I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. And she was cool. She used to sing opera. We was in a car one day. And she said, I can sing opera. I said, look, sis, stop tripping. Okay, you can't sing no more opera than I can. She went, oh, like all the way to the top. We was like, oh, shit. Yeah, she was from Arkansas. I miss that sister. I forget her name, but she was a good sister. So you said no people. Tell me how the van life is working. Okay, the manage 19433. Listen, welcome. The manage 19433. Get your questions. If you've ever had a thought or inkling, or if you live somewhere already international. I've been on this little island for 10 years last month. Because my niece came here on the day I was celebrating 10 years. So now I've lived other places. South Africa got 2 years. Rwanda got a year. Virgin Islands got about a year. Hey, Antigua and Barbuda, I don't want to leave them out. They got 3 years, 3 of the best years too. So the man angel 1940-33 says, I left Puerto Rico and moved to Texas. Really? That was a big, yeah, going on the mainland. That's like the Virgin Islands, still the States, but to its own island. So you left Puerto Rico. How do you like Texas opposed to living on an island? How is that working for you, the man? Wait a minute. M-A-N-A, the man angel. Yeah, the man angel. So that sounds interesting though. And how long? And do you think that's your final move? Megan Williams, Arkansas. Yes. Hey, little king. I like that. I like your name, little king. 1559 said, hi, greetings. Greetings, little king. Welcome to our live. We're happy to have you. And if this is your first time, my name is Natural, or Mutesi, or Nokukanya. I answer to all of them. Yes, welcome. Hi. That's how we say in the islands. Some islands I've lived on, they'll say hi, hi. They say everything more than one time. Hi, hi. He said hi, hi, hi. Hey, little king, welcome. Freddie Tafor, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Thank you for sharing that with us. Justine Cass, what do you believe happens when we pass? I don't know. You tell us what you think gonna happen to you. Well, I don't know. I don't even think about it because when I'm gone, how will I know what happens anyway? So why would I sit up here and try to figure out what happens when I'm gone? If I'm gone, I'm done. I don't even know what y'all gonna do. I might have a set of wishes printed out on paper because for real, I don't want no hole dug in the ground. I would love for somebody to just go pick up my ashes and sprinkle them in this beautiful Caribbean Ocean out here. I don't know if somebody gonna honor that. And guess what? I don't really care, baby. It's about my spirit. Once I'm gone, it's about my spirit. So have your spirit intact. If you asking me, get your spiritual condition in order because that's what's going to matter. Ain't nobody going to remember nothing about when you gone unless you leave an impact. Leave one. Get your spirit. You know how people just say, get your house in order? My spirit is my house. Because it's your spirit that's going to thrive. That's going to enter the room and people going to feel your presence when you're no longer here. They're going to say that was natural. That breeze that just came through that door, that little birdie that just sit on that suitcase on my veranda, that was natural. Yes. Sometimes I can feel my mother. Just think about all the people that are no longer with you. That's how I do it. What do you think they doing? Do you ever feel their energy, their spirits? Yeah. Let me give you an example. So I just came back from America, right? And everybody had this beautiful plant. I'm looking at the plant out on the veranda now. Everybody had this beautiful plant. My sisters, my nieces, my great nieces. And I said, what is this beautiful plant that everybody has? They said, well, Mom planted that plant many, many years ago in her front lawn. Now, that house is gone. Somebody else lives in it. We were all raised in it. And I said, well, everybody has it. Why don't I have a piece of it? I'm the last of nine. I'm the baby. Why don't I have a piece? My eldest sister had a piece. Everybody had a piece. And it was beautiful, blossoming, and these little flowers come on it. They said, you better get yours now. So I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to get it. Because, you know, when you bring in over live plants and fruits from one country to the next, sometimes they can bother you. They don't normally allow those things, right? But I got it here, and she's growing, and she's beautiful. And my neighbor came over. I said, look, this was a plant. I said, meet my mother. And then she touched it. She said, oh, it's hard. I said, my mother was hard. Meet my mother. So whatever happens with us when we're gone, I don't know if my mother would have thought in a million years I'd be introducing somebody to her in this country. My mother didn't even like flying, so I know she wasn't flying to another country. So I don't know, but just make sure your spirit's intact. Pat Roots. Oh, let's go back. Oh, there's so many. Okay, let's welcome a few other people. And I hope y'all got your questions about this international lifestyle on an internet. We're talking about relocating on an international level. You got an expert who has done it for 20 years, didn't know nobody when she went to these countries. Everybody want to know, well, where'd you live? How did you do? Was it expensive? Come on, ask your questions. Get your questions right. Okay, let me see. It's a few other people. Justin, Pat Roots. Greetings, Pat Roots. We're so happy you are here. Thank you, sister. Thank you. We don't have no moderators in here yet to keep the trolls out. Let me get a few moderators. Since they're here, I'm feeling a few people's energy. And let's see. Okay. So we just chose, we got a few moderators present. And let me tell you what their role is, just in case you don't know. Like that troll. Now we don't like to block nobody. That's not what we do here. But like that person that just used the word nigger, will put them out for the longest time. Like I don't care if they never come back. For real, for real. Some stuff I don't play, and I don't want to have to share that side of me with y'all. But just keeps the chat in order. So the most we'll do, moderators, is timeout, depending on how crucial it is. But yeah, if you hear me say they gotta go, they gotta go. If you catch on before I even say that's handle the thing. And I only assign moderators to people I know that can handle the thing. And so thank you. So let's see. We have Astrid Dantion, Antonio, Astrid Antoine. Did I get it right? Antoine or Antonio? If I was in America, Antonio. If I was on the islands, Antoine. Astrid. Hello, greetings, welcome. Green Bay said, do you think you will visit any of the fellow islands? Yes, yes, Green Bay. I know I will. And well, I've lived in Antigua and Barbuda, and that was my favorite, but I didn't have anything to compare it to. And now I've been here in Grenada, so that's all Eastern Caribbean. You know what? Excuse me. So I'm on a tri-island right now, which is Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Now I went to Carriacou one Earth Day, and I never been to Petit Martinique. I want to go visit them. I lived in St. Croix, but never made it to St. Thomas. You understand? So I want to start off with our sister islands, that kind of thing. You know, I don't want to keep. I lived in Antigua, but never made it to Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda is a sister island. So I want to start visiting. I want to do that. So that's where I will start. And then February is going to be a big shift for me, guys. February is going to be a big shift. Pay attention. A big shift in my life. And I want to start traveling around a little bit more around the islands. I want to go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to go over to Dominica. And I'm going to tell you why I want to go to Dominica. St. Vincent, because they're next door. That's like, hey, neighbor, I don't want to be sitting here in Grenada 10 years and can't say I never went next door to St. Vincent. Now, I know islands all have their little different flair stuff. I just want to know what it is myself. And then when I was a school teacher, I was a grade 6 school teacher in Antigua and Barbuda. So I had students from all over. One of my favorites was from Guadeloupe. She's with child now. I love her. So I congratulated her the other day on Facebook. I love St. Lucia. I've been there before. One of my students was from St. Lucia. She was just going to school in Antigua. And she texted me not too long ago and said, you know, don't call me teacher no more. It's mama. I'm, going to have some property soon, blah, blah, blah. Next time you come to St. Lucia, you'll be staying with me. Because I did go over and see her one time, way after I stopped teaching. So I got a whole one thing about international relocating. You get to meet people from all around the world, and you'll have a really full life. So I really felt like I got a full life. So yes, I will move around a little bit. I love Jamaica. I went to Jamaica 4 times before I made a decision about where I was going to live. And I didn't make the decision. Grenada chose me. I didn't choose Grenada. I also went to Trinidad next door because I thought I was going to live there. It was something about Trini back then when I was trying to decide where I was going to live, and Grenada won. So I might have been to all the Caribbean islands on this side. And then I went to Mexico. I always laugh about Mexico because all the men were like to my knees, to my waist. They're like really, really short. And I'm like 6'1". And they was like, hello, hello. I'm not laughing at anybody that's Mexican. But I'm just saying, I thought it was cool. One thing about the men, they will let you know that you're beautiful. And it seems like dating is a thing, because dating's not really a thing in these parts over here. Nobody, we ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother topic. But yes, Green Bay, I will visit. Excuse me. I got that fan right on me. Let me move the fan. That fan's always too much. So yes, Green Bay, the question. And you know what? For my Earth Day, which was 8 December, I should have been in Africa. Because, I lived in South Africa. I lived in East Africa. My goal now is West Africa, like Mali, Dakar, Ghana, all around that West Africa. Yes. So I won't only move throughout the Caribbean. I will, and y'all will be coming with me. Because the goal is to travel more. That's part of this shift. So we'll see what happens. Start in February. I'm not sure yet. But yes, absolutely. And I'm not even sure if Grenada is my final home. I've been here 10 years. I'm a dual citizen. I'm honored. But I'm not sure because I'm free. Living international and foreign has given me a sense of freedom. I'm free. I still got pretty much good health. I can still move. I'm still mobile. I'm all intact with my senses. So I'm not going to claim anything. I'm not going to do it. So yes, that's the answer to that. But yes, I'm going to start with some islands. I am. Wendy, my girl Wendy is here. Hello, Natural. Happy holidays. Thank you, Wendy. I love you. I hope all is well, Miss Wendy. And it's so good to have you. You know it is. We talk outside of the channel. Thank you for being here, Miss Wendy, with your positive energy. And happy holidays to you. Yes. So Pat says, I have only been here a short time. Okay. I am planning to move to Grenada. Hey, Pat Roots. Yes. Where did I go after Virgin Islands? Pat, Virgin Islands was about 2012, 11, 10 or 11. Because 12 to 14 was Florida. I was trying to stay and I was waiting for South Africa. And then 14 to 16 was South Africa. Okay, there it is then. Yes, because I was trying to stay. My family kept saying, where are you going now? I had just went to Antigua and Barbuda for 3 years, became a grade 6 school teacher, never seen it coming. They said, where are you going now? They can't understand. Listen, barely got passports, ain't flying nowhere. Everybody's scared, the type of family I come from. And I'm the youngest of 9, and I live foreign and international. They finally stopped asking me, though, are you coming home? If somebody's been somewhere 10 years, they're home. Yes, so Pat, I wish you all the best with your plan. If you have any questions about Grenada, put it here. Let us get it out. If you got anything, any way I can help you along the way on these chats like this, let's do it. Yes. And then you already have an ideal of what island life is. Even though VI and Grenada, all islands have a different little spice about themselves. Everywhere I've lived, Antigua and Barbuda is a tad bit different than Grenada. Grenada's a tad bit different, a whole lot different than Jamaica. They're all different. Trinity is different. Even though we right next door, 40-minute flight, different, but the same. I wish you all the best with your plan. Is any way I can help you? And okay. Oh, somebody had the time out. Wow. I don't even know what a troll's I really don't know what their position is. I mean, I know that they're mental and they ain't got much to do with their life, but why? Pat Roots, any thoughts on the citizenship stuff for relocating to Grenada? Well, first and foremost, you got to show up. You got to have some time here. You got to put your feet on the ground. Once you put your feet on the ground, start meeting some people, get some time in the country, start interacting. That's really your first step. I came over here and I stayed a whole year. And then I left and went to Rwanda, East Africa. Then I came back. And a guy asked my hand in marriage, but that's not the way you have to do it if you're not in love. I was really feeling him, but of course he had another agenda. And that's okay, but we're divorced now. And it did not mess with my citizenship. So there's different ways you can come here and start a business. That's a great way. If you start a business, then you have rights in the country. you'll have rights in the country. And if you, I don't know if you have any family or anything here, but it's just nice to come in. You got to get your feet wet. You're going to automatically have 90 days when you come in. And then you just go and extend. You go and extend your 90 days, tell them I'm not ready to leave, and give them a reason why. I was always honest with them. When I had to do that before I became a citizen, I would go and I met people. I'm a people person. I had even went down to the market and asked them, did they have a space for me? I'm booth number 51 now, but I was a couple booth numbers. Before I was booth 51, I just went down and asked them, showed them my work. You have a space for me? I'm not even sure if a non-citizen was supposed to have a booth, but timing is everything, sis. They have rules to citizenship, but ain't no real rules. If you understand what I'm saying, we might have to do I do consultations just for anybody on the chat. Know that Natural does 30-minute consultations. I offer 45-minute consultations. Just look up in my About section. You're already at the channel. And then go over where you see Natural's Tribe and then scroll down in my About section. It'll tell you what we offer and so forth and so on. The Cash App is there if anybody want to donate. It'll tell you what we offer, what our memberships are like. And we do 30-minute and 45-minute. I don't mind saying everything here, but I was always honest. And honesty got me far because I came here. I went here a couple days when I went down to that market. And I asked the guy, how do you get a booth here? I'm a little crafty. Of course, I was a little intimidated. I'm going to be honest with you because island people, they be working with coconut shell and calabash and boo-boo and all this stuff. And I said, what? I mean, I got some nice crafting skills going on, but it was a little intimidation. But they just as in love with my craft as I am with theirs. So just express some confidence. Be confident in yourself. These things are real. It may sound minute. Be confident and come and be positive. Respect the country. And so you come here and respect this country, you can stay as long as you want. So first things first, you got to come and put they got to see that passport stamped that you even spend any time here. You got to come. Get that stamp first. Get them 90 days. And then after I did that, it was time to go visit them because you got to go back to customs. And I said, I'm not ready to go. Well, by then, everybody knew some of my capabilities. I think I was just bachelor degree when I came. I'm double mastered now. But I had a lot of experience, a lot of life experience, and they asked me to create an English literacy program. They had me on the radio, on the TV, interviewing me. It never got off the ground. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everything's not, there's rules here, but everything don't get off the ground. But it allowed people to get to know who I was. And now I'm down the market wherever nobody comes to the island and don't want to visit the African marketplace. We're the spice aisle. We got all the spices in the world. Yes, so now I'm meeting all kinds of people and I'm not ready to go. The only reason I left after that year, why did I leave? Oh, I had another opportunity for Africa. I'll never pass up Africa. Everything will come after Africa for me. And it was an opportunity to teach and live. So I did that in Rwanda and I'm telling you, just being in the presence of people who had survived something, genocide, something I know I could have never survived. I just couldn't. Even South Africa's, I just couldn't. I wouldn't. Slavery, even if I was back in that day with like our ancestors and our grandparents, I couldn't survive. They'd have had to kill me. I'm just saying. So all of it. I'm writing my book now, and in every country I lived in will have this chapter. I'm telling you. So Pat, I hope that relocating. Yeah, but start with getting that passport stamp so they can see some Grenada stuff in there. Will it just be you, Pat Roots? I'm curious. Will you be traveling single like me? Because it's a tad bit different. I'm single, no children, so I can move a little different. Some people gonna have their kids, their partner with them, and so forth and so on. What's your situation, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, let's see. Green Bay said, do you think 2 weeks is long enough to stay in Grenada upon sightseeing and making decision? Absolutely. 2 weeks is exquisitely enough time. The only people I have a problem with, some people that come here with their little 2 days, 3 days. But I ain't gonna say that. No, wait a minute. My niece made me eat that. My niece came here for 4 days. Her auntie been here for 10 years. She just came. And we had the best 4 days ever. And she said, Auntie, well, she didn't have no business to take care of. So that was cool. But if you got business and stuff, 2 weeks is perfect. She said, Auntie, I don't want nothing really special. I do whatever you do on a typical 4-day. I said, let's go. We went down the market. Oh, gosh, she experienced it. We went to the waterfalls. It was just beautiful. We went out and ate. We did a couple local restaurants. We went on the beach restaurant. Oh, gosh. I enjoyed my niece so much. 2 weeks will get you everything you need. You'll know for sure if you want to stay or not in 2 weeks. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And when I came here, I had booked a room at a Ma and Pa guest house. And there's a restaurant right in front. She's one of my best sister friends now. Patrick's local home-style restaurant. Karen is the owner. If you ever come Lagoon Road, there's a guest house right behind it. I haven't seen that lady in a while. I have to look for her. I used to run into her. And because her eyesight was going bad, I have to look for her. And I ended up staying there. And I knew I only had 4 days to find an apartment. Now, I was working with the real estate. They gave me their WhatsApp. They knew they was going to have to pick me up and show me. And I told them to have 2 beautiful places because I wasn't going to spend a whole lot of money in no hotels and guest house and rooms and all that stuff. If I'm a stickler in not wasting money. So if I'm going to move here, then I need to get in my place, and that needs to be going towards rent. Ain't no whole bunch of hotel Airbnbs. No. We're not playing. I'm about to live. Living and visiting is 2 totally different things. I am not about to be a tourist. So he had 2 places. The first one he took me to, I knew I couldn't live in. I was like, I can't live here. And I was like, oh, Jaja, please let the next one be feasible for me. And in my mind, I was saying, no matter what it looked like, I'm going to just take it. And then I'll stay in it for about 4 months, and then I'll roll out and do what I got to do. Because the islands is totally different than the other places we come from, America, UK. Ain't nobody asking you for no 2 references and asking you where you live. And they were first month in security. Come on, you want it? It's yours. Ain't nobody asking you for no job and pay stubs and do you make $20 million a year? You got to have A1 credit to get the place. Look, ain't nobody living like that. Anyway, so 2 weeks is going to get you where you need to be. You're going to be for sure. Yep. Absolutely. Carol Belfine is here. Hello, everyone. My girl said, hello, everyone. Yes, welcome, Carol. Carol is another one of our moderators, so y'all don't be showing off. Now, we done already had to kick out a few people. Sister Carol, you know we don't like to kick people out. But if they that wicked, we can time them out. If they need a break for a whole day, 24-hour them out. But we like people to be here because some people just simply don't know. So, hey, Carol, welcome, sister. Green Bay says yes. Yes. Do they have the Cobb mud homes there also? If so, are they affordable? Not here in Grenada. Well, I ain't gonna say not here. I have a friend. Tracy is building her own. So maybe when you come, we could go visit it and see it because I want to see how far along she has gotten. Because I'm sorry, I'm being newsy. When the dogs bark, that means somebody's walking by. I was walking through the process with her. Then I traveled. I went to America and I came back and I was real busy. Then I had to go take care of some business stuff. And so I haven't seen her. I gave her a ride just before I got on the plane. But she's in the village of Woburn. Woburn is a fishing village. And I'm sure I can email her. She's a person you got to email. And we can go find her and see how it's coming along. So if you got land, you can build your own. There's no rules to cob building. Everywhere I know where people cob home build, especially in the UK, they have parties. And by parties, you invite people, even children. And they normally cook like some vegan food or some healthy food. And you feed the people. That's how you pay them. But everybody wants their hands in cob building. So that's something. And surely if you buy a piece of land, that's a sure way to become citizen, foot in the door, because then you have a right to be here. I think they give you 6 months in and 6 months out. So you'll probably have to go next door to St. Vincent for a day, sleep overnight in a little guest house or something, and come back. That's the 6-6. I think land does that for you, a business. Then they have something, citizenship by investment, but that's for them folk that just was born with money. Money coming out the Watusu. And that's fine. Maybe it's just if you got that kind of money, if you just want to be here. So I was just blessed enough to marry, which is the number one way. And even though we're divorced and we have nothing to do with each other, hopefully one day we'll be able to be cordial and just say, hi, how you doing? I mean, I did carry the man's surname and I still got it on my license because certain things I went to change over here, like my bank. I still got that sand on me from the beach. Like my bank account still got it. A couple bills, my driver's license. And I was going to ask them to change it and show them my divorce decree, but they get confused, and you don't want to confuse island people. We real laid back over here. We'll get confused if you start asking us to make too many changes. Change don't go over too well with a lot of people. So here I left everything, but in America, it's my one name natural on everything. But over here, it's still got my ex-husband's name on it, and I'm okay with that. So yes, Green Bay. I love Cobb. I love mud homes. I would love to help you build one. You're going to come and buy a small piece of land? And then we put together a group of people. I got some nice group of people to put together for you. And we cook some food and we feed them and we make them cob balls and we build that thing up. Yes, I would love to be a part of it. I'll help you. And cob is very affordable, by the way. Okay. C. Antoine, 4735. Why does this name sound familiar? Good afternoon, natural and all. It's Chantel from Brooklyn. What are we chatting about today? Didn't I say it sound familiar? Hey, Chantel from Brooklyn. We are chatting about relocating on an international level. And the reason being because my people ask for it. And they're always excited about my life. However, they have reasons why they can't. But it all boils down to fear. It all boils down to fear. Then they'll say the money. Well, in certain cases, depending on how you live, this can be 4 or 5 times cheaper than the U.S. Everybody in the U.S., I just got back. Their rent was from $2,200. I know my sister going, her rent. I said, sister, you can't be paying no $2,200 a month for nothing. Oh, anyway, just ridiculous prices. Even if I had the money, my little beautiful tiny house right here is 800 EC a month. That's 300 US. Don't tell nobody. It is beautiful. Y'all see, look at my tiny house. Let me turn this thing around. Look at the veranda out there. My little vehicle. That's out on the veranda. My washing machine's out there too with all my plants. Listen, y'all. Listen. My little tiny house suits me just fine. Now, some people might can't live in tiny houses. I do well with small spaces. But I listen, you can get a 2-bedroom. I'm just saying, we ain't even going to go there. We're not going to go there. But that's what we're talking about, Sister Chantel from Brooklyn. So I really wanted people to have their questions, because people always say, well, how did you do it? Where did you stay? Because I know nobody. From South Africa to Rwanda to Antigua and Barbuda to Grenada, the Virgin Islands. I ain't know nobody when I got there. Not a soul when I arrived here. But I always write things down. I keep things in order. I stick to the plan. And I trust. I'm a person that trusts the universe. I trust my ancestors. I don't know. Whoever you trust, you're going to have to trust them. So this is what we're talking about. And my thing is, some people claim they trust. They be jumping up and down. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. But scared to make a move. Don't you trust that the person you say you serve going to guide you through life? That ain't how it go. They just be jumping up and down, exerting all that energy. And don't trust and believe nothing. So yes, Chantel, I wanted people to have questions. Natural. Hey, I've been doing it for 19 years, so ask me a question, So try to alleviate some of the fear. Some people say, let me tell you about my sister friend Nzinga, if she comes on here. My sister friend Nzinga, she's my traveling partner. All them places I told, we've been together, right? When I thought I was going to live in Trinity, she went with me. It's just that Grenada one. So she watched me long enough. And she said, Natural, I can't take it no more. You making it look good. We both from the same place in the States. She said, I'm moving. She chose, what's the island she chose? Oh my gosh. It'll come to me. So, she chose the other island. And she said, that's it. I'm going to do it. Could you come and help me pack my barrel? Because I had used the barrel, a couple barrels, couple suitcases, and that was it. Downsized, sold everything. I had a beautiful home when I left America through the first time home buyer program. And so Nzinga's thing was my grandchildren. I don't want to leave them. I said, your grandchildren? Are you serious? I said, if it was me, it ain't me. But if it was me, my grandchild would be with me every summer over here teaching them how to peel back a mango properly and go back there and get me a breadfruit off that tree properly. He would know how to do things that children in America don't have a clue. Listen, so she did it. And guess what? Guess where her grandson be every summer? I said, Nzinga, who's that? He over there pulling back the skin off a mango. I said, I know that's right. We got to train these children up properly. You bring your children, don't you go stay with grandmother every summer anyway? That's how life used to be. So no matter, listen, life's too precious. You talking about I can't go because all your kids grown and you talking about all my kids. That's crazy. But anyway, people are different. We ain't gonna call nothing crazy. So Iris is here. Good afternoon. Iris Long is here. My sister is on her way. I'm telling you business. Look, she's on her way and packed for the next trip. Sister, you might as well come on over here and get you a little place, pay your rent, put your stuff in it, and going back and as you choose till you decide to come like Natural did. That's all. Iris, we love you, sister. I'll be picking you up at the airport. Green Bay says, are they accepting gold or silver there? Here in the States, they will be in July. You mean accepting for what? Payment? Or accepting for gold and silver investments just like people do when they make investments? What do you mean? Accepting gold and silver to do what? In the States, they're going to be accepting it to do what? As far as investing, or put some clarity on that for me, Green Bay. Okay, Iris Long, do you get homesick for America? No, I don't get homesick. Homesick would be too intense of a word for me, but I do miss my people sometimes. But we got WhatsApp, and I know, listen, I talk to my big sister all the time. I talk to anybody I want to. But everybody knows that I'm not a sit up and talk on the phone person. You know, some people can just sit up and talk on the phone. But when I want to see somebody's face, when I want to see my elder sister, because she looked just like my mother, I will call her and we'll talk and we'll laugh. She called me not too long ago and told me how proud of me she was. I'm telling you, I cried. She got me emotional. She got me emotional. She's not a traveler. She has many talents and many special things about her. But she says, sister, I really vicariously live my life through you, and I want to thank you. She said, when you was in South Africa, we was there with you, because I try to share all my experiences. I really do. And that's what this channel is about, just trying to share experience, strength, and hope. I don't think the Creator allowing me to live in the few countries I've lived was just something He allowed me to do just because it's something to do. No, it's to share. Share. The only way we get to keep gifts as precious as this, we have to give it back. And sharing is caring. So no, I don't get homesick. And every time I go to America, for the 10 years I've been here, I always go to America for 3 months, June, July, and August. And I'm always ready to leave America before the 90 days is up. I've never been a person that missed too much. And I don't set my life up to miss anything. I always set up ways that I can be right next to you. So this is why I take great pride in WhatsApp. I take great pride in Facebook and YouTube. You know how some people take this technology stuff and use it in such a wrong way. People got all this bad stuff to say about Facebook. You know why Facebook is so important to me? Because my life is international. And it's the one gift I've always asked to create it for. My ancestors always asked for a lifestyle like this, right? And I met so many amazing people around this world. It gives me an opportunity to keep in touch. All my students, I just told you I was a grade 6 school teacher. I love each and every one of them and their parents. They can reach me out. They can find me on Facebook. They follow me when I was in Africa and I was a school teacher there. They said, you're still the best teacher in the whole world. We need you back here. I said, yeah, y'all are grown now. You got children. What do you mean you need me? That's why we need you to teach our children. No. Stop that. So, yes, I don't set my life up to homesick. That word's too intense. I think 9 months here and 3 months there was a good thing, because when I first started, I said I would like my life to be 6 months here and 6 months there. End up being 9 months here and 3 months. What it's been for the last 10 years. Now I don't know if I'm continue to do it. Like I said, I want to do some traveling. So I normally be getting up out of here when carnivals start, like maybe June, July, and August. I'll probably go over to somewhere else, some other island, and visit. Take my YouTube channel. Let's get to know some other people, some other cultures. I've been invited to Dominica, and one of my students was from Dominica. He used to say, teacher, you should go live in Dominica because you like natural stuff. He said, we got 365 rivers, just like we got 365 beaches in Antigua. He said, you could be on one side and be hot and one side and be cold. I never forgot that. I would love to go to Dominica. And I got some invites. Somebody interviewed me on their live one time. And quite a few Rastas. I love the Rasta community. And people that were interested in Michelle, we were sharing about healing crystals. And they said, if you ever come to Dominica, like we got space for you. Like we're here for you. I would love that. So I might go to Dominica. Mm-hmm. So Iris, that was that. Thank you, Iris. Green Bay said, do they have any holistic care clinics and dental? Now, there's a whole lot of holistic care. Now, not so much clinic, but they are people that specialize in holistic lifestyles, highly spirited people. And they do have places you can come and they will share with you. See, this is the spice aisle, right? So this is what makes Grenada rich. When people start talking about, oh, you're such a poor country. Look, that's when we got to, with me, what's your definition of rich and poor? Because there is something, one book I read, and it said, for I have given you everything. What is the everything? One spiritual book. What is everything that you think? Every herb and spice, because we have everything here that can heal the body. And now, I like to say to people, because we don't have the best medical. Yes, I did fly back to America to get my total knee replacement. Every time I go to America, June, July, and August, I get my eyes examined. I get my teeth done. Most of my dental work was done in South Africa. My them things that hold, what's that thing called? Root canal. That was all done in South Africa. But I was thinking today, this will be my first time. I've been here 10 years. I think one of my fillings fell out the side back here. My tongue can feel it. I tried pulling my lip back in the mirror. It looks like a little bit of my filling on the side has come out. And I said, well, that seems like something a dentist here can do, and I'll feel safe. So I might be visiting the dentist for the first time. And I will take you all along. I asked him if he's okay with me bringing in my camera. I have a YouTube channel. Hopefully he's comfortable. But I will take you there. And then, because I thought about it just today, so I'm glad you asked that. I would trust a dentist. Normally, like I said, I only go to America June, July, and August. Let me tell you something a dentist told me a long time ago. This is the kind of stuff and the kind of mindset you got to get in. See, living international is a mindset. So he told me, he knows, all my doctors know that I live here. They know when I come home, I start making appointments, boom, 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 right? And he said, if you brush your teeth twice a day or even once a day, don't let food sit between your teeth. So even when I don't have dental floss, I'll be between my teeth I don't like stuff to sit between my teeth. Period. People say, naturally, you go between your teeth with anything. Yup. Anything to keep, because that's what makes cavities, when you let stuff sit between there. And guess what? On the beach, on Grenada Beach, we got a neem tree. You ever use neem toothpaste, Neem? Don't get no more natural. Now, how about we got the tree? So I figured if you take the leaf off the tree, bend it, a little sap gonna come out and rub it all across here. That means it's gonna take care of your gum. Take the coconut oil on island, that is the richest, and it's something called oil pulling. You gotta live like that opposed to waiting for these 6 months appointments, because I ain't gonna get there every 6 months. So I've been for 3 years straight. That's how old that feeling is. Nothing wasn't wrong with my teeth. And I kept saying, wait a minute, I always get some kind of dental work. Wait a minute. I always get some kind of dental work. Why are y'all machines working? Do y'all know what y'all doing? They said, natural, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That neem tree and them leaves on it, that coconut oil pulling, that prevents cavities. Y'all, we got to live a certain way. Take advantage of for I have given you everything. That means everything to heal your bodies right here. This sea moss, this moringa, this soursop, this thing I specialize in, this is my business. This is medicine. This took me off of blood pressure and cholesterol, not a doctor. This moringa took me off blood pressure, cholesterol medicine, and I was on it. Soursop prevented me from having a second knee surgery. The x-rays in 2018 said this wouldn't go past 2019. Replenishes, cartilage, rebuilds, any cancer, anybody. You just got to do this and act like you know. And you won't even need to see no doctors. By the time you get to one, they'll be like, damn, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. So do you see how your mindset got to click in? Instead of just waiting but we do have a hospital. I pray that I never have to end up in it. But I am a pretty healthy person outside of a knee replacement, and I don't do the blood pressure and cholesterol medicine no more because I don't have to. The front line of my business, sea moss, moringa, and soursop leaf got me covered. 96 healing properties. Sea moss is 92, and soursop got all the cancer, antibodies, anything else covered. Yep. Okay. So I hope I answered that. But everybody in my circle is holistic. Sisters and brothers, we got some businesses going on over here. Absolutely. And we love to have you, sister. Yes, to be a part of it. We believe the body heals itself. Now, of course, we go see somebody when we need to. But honey, if you put the right things in your body, you won't have to go supporting the business of the hospital. Yeah, it's a whole lot of holistic living going over here. Absolutely. Iris, how do you stay away and not miss your family? for real, a lot of my go-to people are dying off. They're dying off. It's easy for me. I'm not saying I don't miss them because I use my WhatsApp. I hear their voice. I be looking in their face and we be looking and talking and laughing or whatever. Nothing happens without them notifying me, but my life has always been different. I've always been different. I am number 9. I am number 9, the last born. And I've always been different. I was never able to embrace my different as a child or a teenager. I didn't quite know what to call it. I never liked America. Never. I didn't know how to word it as a child. I didn't even like the red, white, and blue flag. I didn't know how to word it. Didn't know how to put the words together. Just something wasn't right. And every time I go back, it's been 19 years. Every time I go there for the last 10 years, I've been there 90 days. I always say, please don't let me have to come and live back in America. All my family's in America. They're afraid to fly. I can't live my life vicariously through other people's. The average. Now, my nieces and nephews and their children, the great ones, oh, honey, they're unnatural. They rolling. All the children's fathers are from different places. All kinds of Ricos and DR, Dominican Republic, and Trinidadian. All my nieces, great nieces and nephews had Caribbean biological on the other side. All of them. All of them, just about a lot of them. So they are branching out. And I love sitting with them. It was just every opportunity I get. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't ask a lot of my nieces and nephews, but what I do ask is that you get your passport. Get your passport. Because traveling and living in another man's country is some of the best education you're ever going to receive. And I'm double mastered. I ain't saying my 2 masters don't bring something to the table. And I'm not minimizing the work that I put in to obtain them. But my life, so once I was able to embrace my different was always something else. It was always African food, island food. Let's go to a vegan restaurant. I don't want because everybody likes to eat out with natural when she go home. It'd be so many invitations to eat out. I always have to stop eating food before the 90 days is up because it'd be overwhelming. Because I could go eat fruit, beetroot, and watermelon for an entire week. And they be wanting something else. It'd just be too rich, too salty, too this, too that. I want to go get some fufu, fish, igusi. Oh, I want some of this. I want some of that. I want some of this. I want some of that. They be like, what's that? So everything about me has always been different. So if that means bye-bye, family. I love y'all. Get your passports and come visit Auntie Natural. No, I don't miss nobody. Plus, listen, I'm big on my ancestors. And they take care of me in such a way, they remove all that. I don't do that. I don't do that. Would be setting myself up. Then I'll be stuck and won't be able to go nowhere. I'm not doing that with my life. Heck no. I tell you what, I love to have them. I live in a tiny house, right? Ask my niece, did I make her comfortable when she came over here? You would have thought we was in a big mansion. I gave her my king size bed and I was right here on my little city. What? And it ain't even that long. Look. Wow. And then the other side. Wow. I was sitting. And guess what? It made me feel good that my niece was in here with me. She came and visit her auntie and we hung out. Auntie and the aunties play an important role in our lives. You know, I remember my aunties. So miss what? Get your passport and come visit your auntie, your friend, your sister. If I had a friend or a sister or aunt that lived in a beautiful Caribbean island, couldn't stop me. I'd be thinking something wrong with y'all. I ain't got time to miss nobody. Life is precious. Life is precious. But one thing I can say is when I do go to America, it's always important for me to link up with some of my nieces, some of my nephews, whether I call them, whether we get a dinner date in, whether we get a phone call in, whether they're working on a job. They be like, Auntie, I'm working, but I'm looking at them in their face and I'm just loving them. My nephew Ronald, my nephew Ray, I'm just looking at them. Terrell was here. her daughter, I got to make an ankle bracelet and put it on her beautiful ankle. Just those type of things take me a long way. No, I ain't got time to be missing nobody. That would cut everybody's life short. No. So yes. So I hope I answered you, Sister Iris. Iris said, great advice. I love you, sister. Pat Root says, thanks. And I'm single. Oh, sis, all you got to do is do your thing. Trust the process. Take it from somebody who had to do just that. Because there ain't no whole bunch of this and that. If it's something you want and you want to be here, I wanted it. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't even know it was going to be through marriage. I would have did it any other way. Because what happened, I was telling you about that English literacy program. So that's the, I want to use the word excuse. When I went back after the 90 days and I said, sir, I've been asked, here's a letter. They wrote me a letter. I've been asked to start an English literacy program for a program that was really, really a favorite of the prime minister. He loved this program, but it never got off the ground. It gave me another year here. He said, well, just come back and let us know what happened then. And he kept saying, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a husband? Do you have a friend? He wanted me to start conjuring up something. No, I'm telling you the truth. I ain't got time to be trying to remember what lie I told you about wanting to stay on. I want to stay here. Long as you positive, cannot mess with that. That's the work of the ancestors. How about this? Just let the ancestors enter the room before you do. How about that? And trust that and watch it work. If you want it, then you will have it. You come here, you state it, and act like you know. Be kind, be gentle. Respect the people's place them. Yeah. If you want it, sis, you're going to have it. You already got the name, you belong here. Link up with the proper people. You already linked up with me. I can tell you some stories. They'd be like, oh, that's Natural's people. That's Mutesi. Let them in, let them through. Oh, yeah, Natural only got one name. Yo, let them, that, yes. You my sister. Come on, sis. Green Bay 816 says, thank you for being you. I really appreciate this helpful insight. You know what, Green Bay? I wish I would have had some of this guidance like this when I was, well, it didn't really matter because once I make up my mind and I wake up the ancestors and the creator, very rarely do I wake them all up at the same time. I said, look, I need y'all. I'm gone. And I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back. No. So this is my home. This is my home, y'all. And I appreciate you guys just as well because we feed off each other. We really, really, really do feed off each other. Yes, we do. And that's real. So Afro-Grenadian ambassador, hey, greetings. He is our Afro-Grenadian ambassador, guys. Please check out his channel if you haven't, because he really keeps you up. He keeps us up on what's happening regionally. Not so much really internationally, because Trump is doing all kinds of shit over here in these waters. And I wouldn't know about none of it if it wasn't for Afro-Grenadian ambassador, because I'm not into news. I'm not into politics, but he keeps a person like me up on it. So if you anything similar to me, or if you just want to know more about Grenada and where we stand, because you know right next door is a war going on. Venezuela's our next door neighbor. And yes, they wanted to use our backyard to get them. So Afro-Grenadian ambassador would keep you up on that kind of stuff. King, we're glad you're here. And I still look forward to meeting you too. Green Bay, investment and trade. And I don't hear a lot about it, but if it's in America, then it got to be coming here. But if it's not there yet, it surely won't be here, because Grenada is about 15 years behind in time. And if something has not happened in America, there's no way it can happen here. And Grenada's always the last one. It's just like the medicinal cannabis. Just couple years ago, before this prime minister, that prime minister was saying, over my dead body. And now we're finally at the table, and everybody else is already planting their trees in their yard. The University of West Indies in Jamaica, Barbados next door, St. Vincent. Everybody's already doing their thing. I seen a Jamaican They was having their ceremony in front of the University of West Indies. They was planting their medicinal cannabis tree, and a Rasta man with one tooth, and I ain't exaggerating, one. He made his first $1 million deal with the doctors in America. And I was so happy for him. I was like, yes. That's what needs to be happening, because this could be a come up for the islanders. Nobody turns the soil better than us. And Grenada got some of the richest soil in the world. It's equivalent to that African soil where I was in Africa. I'm telling you. When I go to plant my plant, y'all, I don't go buy soil. I watch all them people buying soil in America. That soil right across the street from me, I'm looking at it. It's so rich. Soon as I put it in there and put my plants in there, the plants start shooting off. Baby, that thing rich. So imagine planting anything. So as far as investment and trade, Green Bay, what I do, I keep my American account. Sometimes I use my debit card. Sometimes I try not to touch it. And it got to be there for certain reasons anyway, for certain business I'm going to do, because I'm at a certain age, certain money's going to come in there, and that got to be set, right? So I've had that account for about 28 years. Yeah, it's a federal credit union too, because my brothers were in the military. So I keep that one. That was America. And then I got 2 credit unions over here that I use, but I can use my card all over. I always have to notify them, because federal credit union, this is what I'm dealing with. Their security so tight and high. If I try to make a move and don't communicate that with them, oh, you got to communicate. So what I love about taking advantage of being a dual citizen. So when you're talking about trade, investment, you can still do what you do. Remember, everything's online. Don't give anything up. You want to keep a connection. As a dual citizen, you want to keep a connection. That makes it a little more spicier. That makes it great for you. And then you'll have one up on most people. I look at some of the access that I have from being a dual citizen, even working down at the market when it comes to have certain materials and products. I don't boast about it. I don't always feel good about, even when it comes to payment. Take payment. Couple people, because most of the cruise ships come over is either from the States or the UK or Italy, but a lot of them will have Cash App. And they'll say, do y'all only take cash? And everybody else, we only take cash in that market. For the last 2 weeks, I said, if you got the American connection, we take Cash App. Boom, boom, boom. They was Cash Apping me. Well, everybody looking like, what's that? I'm like, well, it's an American thing. Keep your connection. Keep your connection, sister. That's all. And you invest the way you need to invest. Period. There's a lot of investing. I got one app that I do my money transactions with, and it just sent me where you can invest for everything from gold, silver, Bitcoin, everything. And I ain't got to go nowhere. It's the same app I use when I'm in America to receive payment from my people, all that Apple Pay and all that stuff. You can do your investments. It's just the way you set yourself up. Just be easy, sis. You ain't got to give up nothing. Dual citizen has a lot of perks. So just come on over and take it easy. Yes. So let's see. I hope I answered that, sister. Afro-Grenadian ambassador, my sis, you are making hungry. I crave for some food. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I got some egusi soup in a packet. Now, wait a minute. A sister gave it to me. She's all connected, Nigerian and everything. She said, I got something for you natural. So all I got to do is create my own fufu. And guess how I'm going to do that? With our farine. I used it before. I gave an event called An Evening of Africa a couple years ago, 5 years ago. And I was showing the people how in South Africa, the entire time, I never asked anybody for a fork or a spoon. I never seen one. Nobody asked for none. You eat with your hands. And one thing about eating with your hands, everybody's always washing their hands. And I used that farine, and I was showing them how you roll it, and then dip it in. And I had everybody, people from country and everything, came down. I'm telling you, King, I'm telling you. So maybe when I fix it, that might be the day I meet you. I'm going to have it soon because I went and got my fish. I like fufu, fish, and egusi. I hope it turned out right. Now it got the palm oil and everything already blended in the packet. I'm telling you, I'm ready. I'm going to try to prepare it myself. So I don't know. You might get a taste and you might not. I don't mean to make you hungry. I really don't. So listen, I hope I answered everything for everybody. We are well over our time, y'all. We've been on here an hour and a half. Y'all know we do 1 hour lives. But I love y'all. I love y'all. I do it all over again. So listen, we got to get ready to go. We get ready to go. I'm going to fix me some food, drink me some tea. I got moringa and soursop, nice and fresh. So heal yourself naturally, people. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for all the questions. It wasn't really questions, but comments, concerns. If you come into Grenada, I'm here. I'm your person. Please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't, please subscribe. Share the video, please. That's so other people can discover us and join us. Another way to support, just share. Just hit share and boom. You ain't got to put nothing on it. And maybe somebody else will click on it. But I love you guys. Until we meet again, this was a good conversation. Thank you. Love and respect, beautiful people. Have a great one.